Very good afternoon to you all. Today we are so thankful that the press fraternity has come here to have this press conference. I am Dr. Pendangtula. I am the Deputy Director in charge of Ayush in Nagaland. So in these days where everything is all the activities, it's dependent on the media. Media plays a very important role, and as we all know that. And dissemination of information, creating awareness, everything is done through the platform of media. And why I'm saying you all play a very important role is how the media disseminates the information in a positive way or in a negative way. It greatly affects the functioning of our program. So it's a good opportunity for us to sit together, clarify certain things, and also update to you the activity of what we are doing. The main explanation of the technical part of today's press conference will be, done by Dr. Vilas, who is the research officer for Regional Ayurveda Resource Center. Yeah. But just taking this opportunity, I'd like to give a brief introduction to our department. As you all know, Ayush, it comprises of 5 systems of medicine, and different types of medicine that comes under the umbrella of Ayush are the Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. Okay, so this comes under the umbrella of Ayush. In the ministry, we have a separate directorate. The policy support to Ayush was there right from the time of when India got independence, that is 1947, and in 1995, they formed a separate directorate of Ayush under the Health and Family Welfare. And after that, they saw that a lot of developments are taking place. This is such a much needed thing. So in 2014, they established a separate ministry of Ayush with a union minister, independent charge. And now in the center, the Ayush ministry is different, headed by a union minister and also a separate full-fledged Ayush secretary. So that just goes on to show how important the Department of Ayush is. And why? A lot of people ask why. And, many people till today, okay, especially in our side of the country, they ask, what do you do? What type of disease do you take care? What do you study and all that? So Ayush is, the study of Ayush is, it's equated to the study of MBBS and the PTS, the dental. All the subjects are same. We also need to know and understand the functioning of the human body and all the intricate details. So we study the same subject. The only difference is we have our own, philosophy. How we approach a patient is very different from how an MBBS doctor or a dental doctor would approach a patient. All right, we have this holistic approach. For example, if today this was my clinic and you all are the patients, and you all came with headache, for example, okay, when I take history, I'll find out that every person is different. Some are, we even take into account the aspect of mental symptoms, like if you're introvert, you're extrovert, you like sweet things, you tolerate heat, cold. That's how we differentiate patients as per the constitution. So we have a very holistic approach. That's very unique features of Ayush. And also we have our own pharmacopoeia. So our medicines are different. When you go to an allopathic doctor, they'll give you some painkiller, paracetamol, analgesics. You come to an Ayurvedic doctor, he will give you Ayurveda medicine. To a homeopathic doctor, I will give you homeopathic medicine. So that's the basic difference, all right? And if you look at today's scenario in the health sector, people are coming to understand that one single remedy is impossible to take care of all the disease which mankind is facing. Okay, it's impossible. We need to have an option, integrated system coming together so that at the end of the day, a patient coming with a certain particular set of symptoms, which medicine, which system will work best. And that's how in the past 10-15 years, so much importance has been given to Ayush, and so many activities that the department is starting. And even today, we are gathered here for that same thing. After the new government has been formed in the center, after our new minister took over the Ministry of Ayush, in 100 days, what has been achieved so far? We want to just brief you all regarding that. So I hope that we will have very interactive, fruitful details, and I'll give the time over to Dr. Vilas.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Dr. Vilas Gangude, Research Officer in charge of Regional Ayurveda Research Center under CCRS. We are functioning at Dimapur. So today the media briefing has been gathered to notice that what the major achievements of the Ministry of Ayush in its first 100 days has been achieved under the leadership of Sri Pratap Rao Jadhav, that is Union Minister of State of Ayush. As we know, after taking the charge under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi, the ministry has made remarkable progress in promoting some of the traditional Indian systems, what Madam have expressed, that is Ayurveda, Homeopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Yoga and Naturopathy too. And for strengthening of Ayush in the field of international cooperation, also they have achieved some of the strategies. Now this also one upcoming what they have incorporated, that Ayurvedic packages has been formed under the Ayushman Bharat, that is the Pradhan Mantri Jan Yojana, Arogya Yojana, to incorporate Ayurveda or Ayush into the mainstream of the healthcare. Now I will short in brief some of the key achievements what we have achieved in this 100 days. First is the donor agreement with the World Health Organization, that is WHO, on July 31st, 2024 at WHO headquarters in Geneva. Agreement has been signed by the Minister of Ayush and WHO. The second is the MOU with the Vietnam on medicinal plants, that is it is centered on cooperation in medicinal plants on August 1st, 2025. This also agreement has been signed in the August in the presence of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji and the Vietnamese counterpart. The third what the achieved, that is a landmark of MOU with Malaysia on Ayurveda. Now India and Malaysia have taken a significant step in advancing traditional medicine by signing this agreement on Ayurveda specific. This partnership will promote research, knowledge exchange, and the creation of Ayurvedic treatment regimens. Now this Ayurveda chair has been operationalized through this University of Tunku Abdul Rahman, Uttar, as an outcome of the MOU between the Institute of Teaching and Research in the Ayurveda and University Tunku and Abdul Rahman. The fourth achievement is that promoting the One Hub, One Standard initiative. On August 6, 2024, the Pharmacopoeia Commission of the Indian Medicine and Homeopathy and the IPC, that is Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, signed a historic memorandum of understanding to carry out One Hub and One Standard initiative with a large objective to improve the quality of medicines in the sector. The fifth, the special medical stores for Ayush medicines. Now to guarantee easy access to the Ayush medications. That was what most impossible or hardly very difficult. So Sri Pratap Rao Jadhav announced on August 26, 2025 that the government intended to open special medical stores at every tehsil level. That is to easy access to variety of herbal and traditional medicines will be made possible by these stores. The sixth one is that is NABH evaluation of 1489 Ayushman Arogya Mandir completed. Till date, they have completed the NABH evaluation. According to the report, it is that this NABH evaluation has completed and 1005 of this AAM Ayush has been certified for Ayush entry level certification. Means to improve the quality of services. This is the major achievements. Now some of the major campaigns and initiatives also be at state level had been incorporated. For example, Har Ghar Yoga campaign for healthier India. This is the one of the started by ministry with the goal of increasing the uptake of Ayurveda and Yoga in communities. The second is the Ayush camps for geriatric population. Ministry of Ayush has committed to organize near about 10,000 camps for elderly citizens within the time frame of 100 days. So beating this target, 14,692 Ayush camps were organized. The next one is the Centers of Excellence in Ayush. In the partnership, the esteemed establishment like the IIT Delhi, TMC Mumbai, JNU New Delhi, 6 new centers has been center of excellence were founded, and it has been granted or near about 52.47 crore in funding for this. Also, inclusion of Ayush packages in ABPMJ, that is the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, to incorporate Ayush treatment into the mainstream healthcare. This to convey a review, that meeting was organized for these packages also. And phase 2, that is one of the All India Institute of Ayurveda, AI, New Delhi, Advanced Center for Ayurvedic Research and Treatment. A 194 bedded hospital has been sanctioned for Ayurvedic Sports Medicine Complex and Panchakarma treatment rooms, specially among the amenities included in these phases. Then National Institute of Ayurveda Panchakula, Haryana has been established along for the sanction around 294.91 crore. This is the institute function at a top tier teaching and research facility along with that also. 3 central research institutes on yoga and naturopathy has been established in Odisha, Chhattisgarh and Andhra Pradesh has been fully completed and will start functioning. Along with that, Swachhata campaigns and the Swachhata में जन भागीदारी mega cleanliness drives से सफाई मित्र सुरक्षा शिविर has been conducted at state levels also. As per this, all these achievements, and some of the state also have achieved and incorporated some of the activities that will be briefed by our state authority, Dr. Vibinu. Thank you.
I would like to highlight about the geriatric program that the Department of Ayush has undertaken. It was in the month of August, that from 10th to 17th August, 1 week, within a 1 week time frame, we have tried to, the Department of Ayush has tried to cover elderly patient, elderly citizens for the welfare. And so, as a matter of fact, the program was conducted in 12 districts, across 12 districts in Nagaland, and in 22 Ayush Health and Wellness Centers. So the elderly citizens, they came to get the benefits of Ayush medicines, Ayush counselings, and also get their blood tested, blood pressure, pulse, glucose, as well as they are counseled and monitored, and then given steps on how they can continue and then how they can come and avail the service again. And during this time, across the states of Nagaland, we were very grateful with the local leaders, particularly chairmen, pastors, who have rendered their support, and they have highlighted that they were very happy with the steps that the government has taken, thinking about the welfare of the elderly citizens. Whereas one thing also, we came up with a theme to live healthy and age healthy. So they are still looking forward that the government will support the citizens and come up with more steps. And one thing is, within the time frame that across 12 districts in the states, I would especially like to say that around 419 male beneficiaries and 538 beneficiaries, almost making 1,000, they have benefited within that time frame. And venues were also very well chosen, along with the support of the people. Like in Kohima, it was in Old Age House. And whereas in some places where I was mentioning about the support of the local leaders and the pastors, it was in a Panchayat hall. And that was the achievement that the Ayush department have given. And then the Ayush department, they still look forward so that the citizens can be benefited in the so many ways that the department can extend.
Other than this, okay, our regional Ayurvedic research centers have come up with some of the camps for like an anime drive in some of the schools, that will be benefited to the adolescent girls and like that. And also some of the geriatric camps we are planning. And to celebrate the 9th Ayurveda Day on the 29th of this October, we are planned too many formation of the herbal gardens also within the premises wherever we get the space. This is our planning.
When you look at it, say 10 to 15 years back, the awareness was not there. And in fact, it's very funny, but people used to ask, when you say Ayush, do you think it's a person? Not that up to that level of, the awareness was not good. But since the beginning of the National Ayush Mission in 2014, where we have placed a lot of manpower, the awareness level is slowly increasing. Now, at the moment, we have a total of 142 Ayush doctors. So these doctors are posted in all the districts across the state, in the district hospital, in community health centers, and in primary health centers. Okay, so that is one we call it the co-location, which means existing together with the allopathic setup. We also have our own Ayush, exclusive Ayush facility, like the 3 integrated Ayush hospital in Nuklak, Raza, Chatima, and Dimapur. Then now the latest one is the Health and Wellness Center, Ayush Health and Wellness Center. So we have this center in 49 Health and Wellness Center across the state. So these are places where the public can avail Ayush treatment. And sometimes, when I say about awareness, and there the media can play such a big role. The facilities are existing for years, but the people don't know that it is existing. See, in our facility, what you will get is in all those facilities that I mentioned right now, you'll get free treatment with free medicine. We make sure that we give them very good medicine free of cost. Then, in our health and wellness and in our integrated Ayush hospital, we have engaged instructors, physical instructors. Because why are we incorporating exercise in our treatment? See, when we look, for example, we are all staying in Nagaland, so looking back at our, in our forefathers' time, they were very hardworking people, right? And disease was much of a problem, maybe other things related. But now, this non-communicable disease, the diabetes, pressure, cancer, all this stroke, which was unheard of earlier, beyond 40 years of age, we are suffering. That is one of the main disease. Infectious disease are so much in control. If you look at it now, people hardly die of tuberculosis or malaria or because those are infectious diseases which are totally under control in a very large scale because of the advancement in antibiotics and the technology and all that. What we are struggling now is the non-communicable disease. That is the diabetes, pressure, all this, which is totally related to our lifestyle, unhealthy lifestyle. So this is becoming such much of a problem because when we look at it, most of our lives are sedentary. We hardly go out. If you go to the villages also, how many youngsters go to Keti? Hardly anybody. They don't go to Keti anymore. They're just simply loitering around or sitting, watching the phone. Hardly. There's the physical exercise, the movement, everything is so much, it's not, I won't say non-existent, but it's not there. And we are into junk food. We don't get proper sleep. Our life is not healthy, our lifestyle as a whole. And that's how even the non-communicable disease, we put them, the lifestyle disorders, we put them in a category of disease called the NCTs. That's a non-communicable disease. That is a challenge even in the health scenario. And over here, I'm so, when I think about it, I feel so good, and Dr. Vilas and the other doctors will agree with me. Ayush has a great role in what you call the promotive and preventive disease. We don't just give we don't just give medicine to a patient when they're sick. We also encourage healthy living, okay? That's how we have incorporated exercise in our treatment. So we have exercise instructors posted in our health center, and during certain time, certain session, we are encouraging exercise, especially to the youngsters or even to the school kids or even patients when they come for like the diabetic patient, and we teach them certain, along with the treatment, they can do certain exercise, and we're seeing that the results is really good. Another thing we are also incorporating is the herbal garden. See, we have a lot of medicinal plants in our state, and what the experts are saying is there are more than 1,500 medicinal plants, even here in Nagaland, and many of them are indigenous, which means you don't get it elsewhere in other places. We are so blessed. Now, these are all having medicinal values which we can also take. And yes, some may be very rare species in the wild, but there are also a lot of plants with non-nutritional herbs which we can grow in the kitchen garden. For any disease, we don't have to just run to a hospital also. So many things you can take care at home. So what we are doing is we are promoting this medicinal garden in a small scale in our center, so that when the patient comes, we just teach them, you can plant this in flower pots if you don't have space. So it's almost like, going back to nature. Because now, with so much advancement in the treatment and this, the disease seems to be more complicated, isn't it? So we always focus on this. Could it be that we will get some answer with the nature? And that's how we are promoting all this. So I would really want the public to avail this facility in our center where our doctors are posted. And yes, coming back to your question, the awareness level is increasing. How I can say this is, we have a report called the monthly report, which we get from all our health units. So in the last 4 years or 5 years, I would say, post-COVID, we can say there's a steady growth in our patient load, and that is one indicator that people are availing our services. As I've mentioned, experts, they are not 100% accurate about it, but the experts are saying that there is more than 1,500 medicinal plants in Nagaland. Now, to identify them and to have a detailed study on each plant, that is a bit of a challenge, but lots of scholars are doing it, and I would say that at the moment that National Bioresource Mission, they have done a study and they have come up with 650 plants, which has been 650, which has been identified, and along with that, all the details, the family that they belong, the chemical content, what they can be used for what purpose, those studies, they have come up with a book, 650. So I'm sure there are other studies also done, but to my knowledge, that's one standard book which is really good. We also use that for reference, and but still more can be done to identify the other plants which are there, and identify them so that we can use them for our benefit. And another thing that I would also like to say is we don't have a manufacturing unit till now in Nagaland. So in future, through this the board that looks after the component of medicinal plant is called the State Medicinal Plant Board, that is the SMPP. So SMPP is under NMPP. NMPP is the National Medicinal Plant Board, which is also a component under the Ministry of Ayush. So in the state, the SMPP looks after the activity of medicinal plant component, and we hope to, in future, have a manufacturing unit where the resources which are available in our place can be, used to manufacture Ayush drugs and make use of them.
So like sir and ma'am has already told, non-communicable diseases has been very prevalent in the past few years, I would say, especially now. Right from the teenage, we can see how much of the food, the kind of food that we're having, even us, we're consuming every day. I know it's very difficult to control every day, eat very right and all, but seeing that there should be a kind of, balance. You eat this today, you eat that today. So that is not happening with us, especially with the youngsters. So right now, among the Naga youths and Naga people, gastritis, top notch. Gastritis is one thing that is, eventually it will obviously carry on with cancer also. And we have this blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, and as we all hear, stroke, early stroke. The lifespan of the Nagas have been decreasing a lot. 45 plus, that's it. Sudden heart attack and then it's gone. So that is happening. So these are the few diseases that are very prevalent in everyday OPDs that we can see.
Ma'am, is there any plan, like the department planning to tie up with the local traditional traditional medicinal practitioners? We have a lot of local practitioners, right? So is the department planning out?
Yeah. Some of that has already been implemented, and we are also planning more involvement in the future. And the one thing that I won't say it's a department, but we have a university called the Nagaland Christian University. Nagaland Christian University and Nico. What is Eastern? Northeast Institute. Yeah, Christian University. It's based in Dimapur. So what? Okay, we have the Quality Council of India in the center. Okay, yes. They are the quality control.
I don't think there's any place now which doesn't have a phone, right? Youngsters are distracted, and they don't have patience to sit and learn that. So, when we go around, one very sad thing is that the father says, my son is not willing to learn. They don't have the patience. So now when he dies, the gifting, which is so good, which is so precious, dies with the father. That's what's happening, all right. And yeah, it could be there could be other factors also involved, like the people don't recognize them. Even if I do all this, where is the recognition? What use? It will be homopare. So we want to, through this component, what the NECO is trying to do is they want to certify these traditional practitioners. And also another thing is lots of coax. No? Coax means that, like we say, the false one. They come up using the name of tradition. You see, if you just look around, everybody is like, there's a craze for herbal thing. Anything herbal means people go wow. Even in cosmetic, you say herbal and you want to try it. So, taking that advantage, a lot of coax also are coming up who are doing a lot of harm to the public. Now, I'm sure you have heard stories about or complication came up like that. So, through this certification process, what they do is they identify genuine practitioners, and then you will give them certificate. For example, tomorrow if you want to go to a gym, you will go to a certified gym instructor only. You will not go to any person who will not. So something like that. When they get a certification, and there's a long process involved that you don't just give a certification to a person. There's a group of expertise who will go, who will interview him, who will see him hands-on, how he deals with the patient, who will take care of, interview his patient, how the treatment has been going, all that. After taking everything into details, if they are satisfied that he can be certified, we give him certificate. So now this guy or this woman has a certificate, and it carries a lot of weight. Okay, people will go to a certified practitioner, and there is also talks like in our health and wellness. We have 49 of them at the moment. So there are talks. It's not implemented yet. Maybe it's a little too early to talk about it, but the plan is there to allow this certified indigenous practitioner to come certain days a week, so that we can allow them to use their therapy, because many diseases which we cannot handle, it gets cured in their hands, isn't it? So we want to recognize that and we want to promote that. So this is the part we're doing with this.